Hello and welcome to our Euro 2020 review. We're looking at Group B, the 8 o'clock kickoffs. Lineups are out. We're going to start here on Russia Denmark. I think it's a more interesting game. And we're going to break it down, especially after everything that's happened with Christian Eriksen. Unfortunately, thankfully, it looks like he's on the mend with the requirement for the potential of heart defib pacemaker. Obviously, I might do some future videos about that. So I think if you were to look at this on paper, Denmark are the better team. Even without Ericsson, I think they were absolutely top notch in qualifying. They set records for games unbeaten. They were difficult to play. They have some really good players. Kasper Schmeichel is a good keeper. Christensen's top notch. Pia Holzberg is great. Braithwaite obviously at Barcelona, bit of an upgrade from Middlesbrough. But across that side, you've got a bunch of very good players. I think I like the back five. I like what they're doing with the rotating front three. I expected a lot from Denmark. I think a lot of people did. I think really unfortunately the Ericsson thing, the Ericsson incident has had an effect, and I don't think anybody can blame the Danish players for this. They 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 absolutely bossed the Finland game until that incident, and then understandably didn't look the same. They started brightly against Belgium. I think there was a lot of emotion and things, and then they sort of lost all their intensity, and Belgium pulled away. I think I would hope that they are able to show the quality that they can in this game, and I think that Poulsen and Braithwaite can really get in behind and bully fundamentally the Russian back five. What I would say is I think from a tactical standpoint here, I think having the two attacking mid strikers in behind here works well against the back five. I think it's a nice combo. I think it's going to be the same for Russia fundamentally from a tactical standpoint. Although I expect Russia to sit back a little bit more and try and play a bit more on the counter and let Denmark have a bit more of the ball. Um, I think obviously Russia not really having a number one keeper. If I'm Denmark here, I think any opportunity we should just be shooting. I don't think this is a situation where you don't have to be looking for the perfect opening. You don't have to break them down. I think you can just I think you can start. You can take shots from 25 yards as long as you have somebody close by to follow up on any follows and rebounds. Um, I think for Russia, it's going to be a harder game. I think they're going to have to be well drilled defensively. To play on the counter. I think Gullivan's a very good player, as is, and I will butcher the pronunciation. I love the Russian team. Having been out in Russia, I think it's an amazing place, but I will butcher the pronunciation for a lot of this stuff. Um, Tabaya, I think, is a very good striker. And Fernandez is a very good player as well. I would expect them to sit and counter and basically try and capitalize on Danish mistakes. I think ordinarily I would expect Denmark to win this game 2-0. I think given everything that's happened, I'm actually going to go the other way in a surprise, and I think Russia's severely underrated from a lot of teams follow people, general fans watching Euro 2020. I don't think people pay attention to the Russian league. I don't think people pay attention to sort of Russian employees in the. I think Russia are better than their ranking states. I think part of the issue is that they're there's a lot of political aspects and things to it, but fundamentally, I think their ranking is slightly lower down than it should be due to who they've played in certain games and friendlies and the likes. I fully expect Russia to surprise people here. And do better than expected. I think Russia wins this game. I think they're in it 2-1. And I think we're gonna see Russia surprise people in the knockouts. Is my bold prediction for this. The next one to quickly jump to is going to be the Finland Belgium game. Now, Finland, I think, won a lot of people over in their response to the way that the Ericsson situation happened and their response. The other thing that I think is worth mentioning from a Finnish standpoint is they have one of the best, if not the best, kit at Euro 2020. It is beautiful. It is fantastic. If you don't own one, you should be out there and you should buy one. When you have Timo Pukki up front, Norwich legend, Premier League hat-trick scorer, how could you not want that? As a side point, they're very well drilled. Again, they have to be. They don't have the quality of players that their opposition have to rely on. I think if most people watching this video and the general public will probably only know Pukki. I think Panchapalov. I'm going to butcher pronunciations here, and Kamara are surprisingly better players than I think people give them credit for. And Andeki, I think's actually shown pretty good tournament so far, and done reasonably well in the past season. I mean, obviously Belgium, #1 ranked team in the world. They're top notch. I mean, Lukaku, player of the season in Serie A. I'd argue probably one of the best players in Europe. Easy top 3. Obviously, Eden Hazard's come back in. We know the story about him in Real Madrid. I think Chadley does a really, really good job actually as the left wing back. Obviously, they're giving Alex Witzel some minutes after that horrible Achilles injury. But I mean, you got Kevin De Bruyne, Courtois, Vermont. Like the team's just stacked with quality. Yeah, they're getting on a little bit with the oldest team in the tournament, but they're so good. I think it's gonna be down to Finland bringing them down. I think it's gonna be a lot of Belgium breaking Finland down. I think it's gonna be a lot of sitting back, trying to get them on the counter. Fundamentally, I think it's the best play for Finland. Belgium, I think it's going to be more of the same. It's just going to be a lot of ball retention, a lot of sideways movement. Try and find some gaps. Try and break up that sort of what will most likely be back 8. I don't. I just think this is going to be very solid, very difficult for Belgium to break down. And I think it's just going to require a lot of movement and things. I think what would actually make a lot of sense, Lukaku plays his best football when he's able to run in behind. He's pretty good at holding the ball up, but I think people always misjudge Lukaku in that his skill set is his ability to run past people, his past defenders, to get in behind, to bully his way through. He's not, despite what he may look like because of his size, he's not a target man. He's not somebody who's ideal at holding up the ball. He's not a Giroud, as an example. I think that plays into Belgium's strengths a little bit more actually down the line in the knockouts, when they'll be able to not have as much of the ball. I think they're going to have a lot of the ball. I think it's going to be a lot of sideways passing, looking for those openings to get through. I think if I was Belgium, I'd play pretty deep. If you lose the ball, what have you, it's fine because you want to try and get some opportunities for Lukaku to get in behind. I think it's going to be very difficult. I think it's just going to come down to De Bruyne passing range, and it's just a bit of individual skill from somebody, I think, to beat a man and get through. Fundamentally, I think once they crack the dam, the floodgates, obviously, yeah, the whole thing rushes through. We're gonna see. I think Belgium score probably. I'm gonna go in the 60th minute, and then I think they get two more. I think Lukaku adds two goals on his drive for golden boot. Hopefully, we see Hazard get a goal, or Witzel get a goal, just to help give them some confidence when they come back from injury. But yeah, that's my prediction. I'm going 3-0 Belgium. They're going to get 9 points from the group. Are going to go into the knockouts incredibly confident. And I don't think they should really be fearing anybody in the tournament. I think they also might feel a little bit disrespected considering all of the hype that people have been giving France and Portugal and even England. You know, Belgium is still the number one ranked team in the world. They're still very, very good. They have one of the best managers. I'd probably say top three in the tournament. I think Mancini is up there, as I mentioned in the previous video on Italy. I think they play very good modern attacking football, and I'd expect this to be a pretty comfortable walk through for Belgium. That's my thoughts. Obviously, we'll do the videos for tomorrow's games once the lineups are out. But these are my thoughts for today. Let me know if you like the new overlay, like how it looks and what the bits and pieces are. But yeah, otherwise, if you like the video, hit the like. If you've got any comments or ideas on anything else you'd like to see to improve it, let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you all tomorrow for some more. Ciao.